that's the cage for Fuller's mother's dog. But the dog is usually in the house. At least, I've never seen it here in the cage. The water bowl is completely dry. Perhaps I can still use it. Could reach the basement through the light well, but removing the grill would make too much noise. And apart from that, I'd never get up the creaky basement staircase quietly. I've got to find another way. If somebody told me the old fat pig dumped poisonous waste, then I'd completely believe it. I don't understand why Fuller doesn't just get this stuff picked up. What does he want to keep it for? An ancient, rickety tool shed. This is where Fuller keeps the junk that he doesn't just throw somewhere in the yard. So, not much. A reel of fishing line. There seems to be a little still on it. Only the line, I'm afraid. No hook. Not exactly a fishing rod, but maybe I can catch something else with it. That should work. I've just got to be really quiet. If the handle hits against the door, they're both sure to hear it. Done it. And they didn't notice anything. The door is open again. I can go in. I just hope it doesn't squeak.
Yeah, Angelina. That might have been it. I wrote down the surname as well. For another $10, I might even remember where I put the note.
Not necessary. I know her surname. And your assistant, what about him?
What assistant? Oh, you mean Darren? That's my errand boy. He works here in the semester holidays.
A good errand boy is worth a lot. What do you know about him?
Why are you interested in him? You want to poach him from me? No problemo. For $100, I'll even write his notice straight away. What the hell? We'll say 50.
Not interested. Do you know him well?
What's with all the questions? His mother came in and asked if he could work here for a few weeks. He's a pussy! One of the eternally afflicted. Oh, I feel so bad and the world is so unfair and it all makes no sense. Boo-hoo.
So you don't know him?
And I've got no
That was close. They're both heading for the exit, and I'm none the wiser. Who is this guy following, then? Me? Or Angelina? And why? I'm gonna ask Angelina about the man. She's British, and that guy's got a British accent. You never know, perhaps she knows him. But first, I've got unfinished business with Fuller. Hey, where's the big jellyfish? Looks like Fuller's taking the film out of the camera. But I wanted to give that fat bastard a piece of my mind first. Where the hell is he? What have we got here? The US, Hawaii, something illegible, and Europe. Fuller smeared half of it with his filthy paws. What have we got here? The US, Hawaii, something illegible, and Europe. Fuller smeared half of it with his filthy paws. Greasy map of the world. My world tour is written next to it. A few places are marked. The USA around Utah, Arizona. Then over to Hawaii. Afterwards comes North Africa, possibly Egypt. Then China, and then Europe. Looks like somewhere in Germany. A greasy map of the world. My world tour is written next to it. A few places are marked. What have we got here? The US, a cheapo old-time cuckoo clock. A testament to Fuller's fine taste for stylish interior decoration. Nothing in the whole damn world would make me want to open this door. You've just got to have a look around here to get the impression of what it looks like in there. No. The fatso lives on coffee and burritos. That ought to make for an early death. Fulla ate a microwave burrito with, chili chocolate turkey filling yesterday. I didn't even know that kind of thing exists. But it does. A very old-fashioned safe. There's a logo on it. M.T. Schultz, Pittsburgh. Looks at least 100 years old. I find it hard to believe that Fuller hides anything of worth in there. He's more the paranoid type that wants to protect his telephone bill from prying eyes. A very old-fashioned safe. I find it hard to believe that Fuller hides anything of worth in there. You know, that fat idiot's kit really isn't too bad. And pretty expensive. The lights look brand new. He's definitely not had them for long. Perhaps the store used to do better before, and he had some savings. Or maybe he bought the new lights on credit. The store couldn't have paid for them, that's for sure. Many of the things here are overpriced, but that's obvious. There's only one photo store in town. He takes advantage of that. Simple reflex cameras for private use. Nothing special. No wonder Fuller needs some distraction. You don't even get 5 customers a day in here. That's a light box for looking at slides and negatives. It works. Yesterday, when I was tidying up the sales room, there were all these stupid afternoon talk shows on. It almost made me go crazy. On my first day, my friendly boss made it very clear to me that he kept an exact account of the amount of money in the till. A little hint that I shouldn't consider ripping them off. I'm not interested in the cash till. What the heck? A secret door hidden behind the photo backdrops.
What the hell are you doing here, boy?
Keep your hands off, Fuller! Because of you, my mother's in a coma.
What have I got to do with your mother? Out! Out of my basement! Go on, get out of here!
You should have told me that she called! It was obvious that something was wrong. I swear I'm gonna...
You threatening me? You? Threatening me?
If she doesn't wake up, I am gonna...
Out! Get out of here already! You're fired! Out! Out! Out!
You better pray she doesn't die. That's the only thing that'll save your fat ass.
Get out of here! If I ever catch you here again, you'll end up next to your mother.
You're gonna regret this,
You'll
Fuller.
never do anything, you pussy! You haven't got the balls! You haven't got the guts! You got nothing!
I'll think of something. I'll get him back. That man's gonna pay, you just wait. But I still need the film with Angelina's pictures on it from out of his camera. I could use his darkroom to develop the film and make the prints. If he's not gonna pay me, then that'll do as a partial payment. Now all I have to do is somehow get him out of the store. A bottle with a carbonated drink in it. A good idea, but how do I get the laxative into the bottle without damaging the cap? The kettle's a good bit heavier when it's filled with water. A guy in a uniform. Seems to be a security guard. Someone who guards over other people's money for money. The pinnacle of our society. I don't want to speak to him. If I felt like some casual conversation, I'd watch a talk show. Mrs. Biber? I no longer work for Fuller.
Good for you.
I don't know what's going on between you and Fuller, but I've got nothing to do with it. Mind if I ask you a few things?
If it's not gonna take too long.
Mrs. Biber?
Yeah, just let me get this and then I'll be right with you.
What can you tell me about Biddeford?
I grew up here. I guess I always wanted to move away from here.
But, well, that never happened.
Well, I met my husband when I was 17. And we opened the diner here. It was a wonderful time.
Ah, yes.
I couldn't have known then that he was so... that he... I have to get back to work. You want anything else?
Two magazines. Well thumbed through and a few months old. Hardly any text, plenty of pictures. Just the way those sucker celeb mag readers like it. The specialty is, of course, lobster. Like everywhere around here. I have to admit they are pretty tasty. I don't want to bother her while she's working. How nice. That's stinking garbage, and I have no particular interest in it. Hey, Rosie. Hard at work, I see.
What do you want?
Does Fuller often get packages delivered here?
Yeah, a few times a month.
Why doesn't he have the packages delivered to his store?
He does, but when he's not there, the mailman delivers them here and then Fuller picks them up for himself.
Do you know what was inside the package that I picked up a little while back?
How should I?
Huh. The other package for Fuller. There must be photo paper in it.
Could well be.
Well, can I have it?
Sure. Note, please.
The collection note? Yes, I don't have one.
Then you'll have to ask your boss for it. Nothing goes out of here without a collection note. You got me?
The other package for Fuller. There must be photo paper in it.
Could well be.
Well, can I have
Sure.
it?
Nope.
The collection
Then you'll
note?
have to ask your boss.
What can you tell me about Dr. Newhouse?
The Newhouses? Well, they came here a few years back. He was a big cheese in Boston. Miss Newhouse has brought a good bit of style to this little town. I know her. My girlfriend Betty is her best friend.
Really? She gossips as much too?
We don't gossip, okay? You really want to know all this stuff?
Along with all the tourist stuff and the mail, you're the local travel agent too, aren't you? Have you got anything about a place called Willow Creek in England?
Course we do. Take a look back there in the flyers.
Is that a girlfriend of yours?
Yeah, one of my best ones.
Does she sit about in this store the whole day?
Excuse me? I wouldn't know what that would have to do with you.
I just mean, has she got a job or not?
She doesn't need one. Actually, her husband has plenty of dough. And even if he didn't, then she could easily earn good money working as a photo model.
As a photo model, huh? That could maybe help me out some.
Oh, really?
Nothing. It's okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Now I wonder, there might be a mention of this Willow Creek place in these travel guides. Really? Willow Creek pops up in the index. Page 42, section Horror, Hauntings, and History. Let's see. There it is. Only a small box. Willow Creek on the trail of the killer. Willow Creek on the trail of a killer. Fans of the macabre will certainly get their money's worth in Willow Creek, for in this sleepy little English town is where you can wander in the footsteps of Samuel Gordon, the Worcestershire Ripper, the scion of one of England's oldest families. The Gordon's castle lies close to the town, but is unfortunately not open for guided tours. Murdered 5 people in 1981. Among these was Victor Valley, who was just 12 years old. The Willow Creek Museum awaits the horror-friendly visitor with a permanent display relating to the murders, as well as guided tours from April through to October. Charming little town. And from this horror resort is where my mom gets her monthly payments. Wonderful. I don't want to read that again. The Worcestershire, whatever, Shire Ripper. 5 dead. Guided tours through the pools of blood. Ugh. Not interested. Huh. The bimbo reads fashion magazines. Why is she doing that here? Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, it's you, the hoodlum from this morning.
Yeah, well, I was in a rush. An important job to do.
No reason to be impolite.
Of course not. I've noticed you're really into those fashion magazines. Are you a model?
Me? No.
You're joking. You must have at least thought about becoming a photo model.
Actually, I have been approached.
Oh, well, that goes without saying. You see, I work for a magazine from down south. Ladies in Chrome.
I've never heard of it.
It's the high society magazine in the South. The magazine for the top 10,000. I'm working on a piece about life and style in the far north.
Really? How exciting.
Maybe you have some recent photos. I'd love to show our readers what fine taste people up here in the north have. This is your stylish convertible, right?
It is! And I'd be happy to be at your disposal for your story. But I don't have any photos.
That shouldn't be any problem. There's an excellent photographer in town, isn't there?
Fuller? You can't be serious. That savage would never be able to light me properly.
Oh, so you don't know
What don't I know?
who Fuller really is? He's an internationally renowned star photographer from New Zealand. He's been living here incognito for a few years. He's working on his life's work. He's documenting normal folks' lives here in America. Of course, he's got to stay unrecognized to do that.
That's... No, I can't believe that.
I swear, in a few years, when he's finished his work, it'll be the photographic sensation of the decade.
I can't believe it. Show me some of his pictures, then we'll see.
Well, all right then. But don't run away.
No way.
My God, what a lame story. But vanity has always been the biggest weakness for those kind of folks. If I can show her a few reasonable photos, then perhaps she'll lure Fuller out of the shop for me. Look, I've got a few of Fuller's earlier works.
Really? Show me! Which pictures are by him?
Oh, that one there. Oh, and there too. Oh, and here's another one. Exactly. Yeah, that one here.
They're really wonderful.
It was all just for the money. In reality, he's an artist, you see. But the project here in Biddeford is his real passion. Living incognito amongst us common folks, working on his masterpiece. Can you imagine what an effort it must have been for such a cultivated and refined man like Fuller to play a primitive, stinking, sweaty asshole?
That's true art.
You should call him. He could photograph you in your car up on the cliff top.
Now?
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, I've got to hurry, my lady. I've got a deadline to meet in Dallas, you see.
Oh, of course. I'll call from my car phone and arrange a photo shoot.
Oh, excellent. But don't let him realize that you know his true identity. Who knows what that'd do to his artistic spirit.
I understand. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Shall we meet here again this evening?
Agreed.
Unbelievable. And there he goes. Now I ought to have a few hours to get Angelina's film and develop some pictures in the darkroom. There's a notice hanging on the door. Back soon. Locked. But I bet that Fuller hasn't checked the back door. The screen is fixed firmly to the wall. It's glued to a wooden pole at the bottom that's held to the wall with 2 clips. Fuller's secret door's behind it. I can't just rip up the screen. Fuller would notice immediately. But the screen can be pushed up out of the way. I just have to open these clips somehow. That's a castle somewhere in Europe. Disney used it as the model for his Cinderella castle. The Great Wall of China, the largest man-made structure in the world. It's a few thousand miles long, but despite what they say, it can't be seen from space with the naked eye. Monument Valley in Utah. Obviously the Wild West ever since John Ford made those films of his. Now, where's John Wayne riding his stallion into the sunset? The Sphinx and the Great Pyramid of Cheops in the background, both of them near Cairo. The pyramids are the oldest of the 7 wonders of the world, the only one which still exists. What have we got here? The US, Hawaii, something illegible, and Europe. Fuller smeared half of it with his filthy paws. That's got it. The clips are off and the screen's gone up. A heavy metal door. You can see quite clearly that it's been set into the wall at some later date. I have to ask myself just what Fuller's hiding behind there. It can't be anything good. No chance. There's nothing moving here. I guess I have to type in the correct number into the numeric pad. No chance. There's nothing moving here. I guess I have to type in the correct number into the numeric pad. This place in the floor has definitely got something to do with Fuller's secret door. But right now I've got more important things to do than snoop around after Fuller. This place in the floor has definitely got something to do with Fuller's secret door. But right now I've got more important things to do than snoop around after Fuller. It might be that Fuller put the film of Angelina's pictures in the safe before he drove off to his shoot. This thing's not called a safe for nothing. Alright, let's see. But I need to get a move on. Fuller's had a clock built into it, so there's a time limit. That was the 5th number, but nothing's happening. The combination must be wrong. From the beginning again. The first number... A used up, chewed up ballpoint pen. Hey, there's a small opening. I could easily fit my finger in there. I think Fuller took his mother on a world tour a few years back. Might be a kind of souvenir. Alright, let's see. But I need to get a move on. Fuller's had a clock built into it, so there's a time limit. That was the 5th number, but nothing's happening. The combination must be wrong. From the beginning again. The first number... Should I go through Fuller's garbage? Well, that would mean going through the whole house. I don't think so.